Ask America. I'm your host, Kevin Pereira, and this is the game show for people with opinions. Now, we've polled people all across the country about a wide variety of really fun subjects, and now these 4 contestants, all Skyping from home, will try to correctly predict what America is thinking. Should they play a perfect game, one of them could win $50,000. However, they had better stay focused because at the end of each round, the person with the least amount of money will be eliminated. All right, La, Jamar, Joe, and Kitty, are you guys ready to play? Yeah! Well, then it's time for Let's Ask America. Here we go. This first question is worth $100. Here are the 2 possible answers. We've got while asleep or while awake. And the question is, when did women over 50 say their husband makes more annoying noises? All right, first up, she is a radio personality from Phoenix, Arizona. It's La, everyone. How are you, La?
I'm good, I'm good.
All right, what do you think? Is it while asleep or while awake?
Well, you said women over 50, and I still got a ways to go. But I'm gonna guess that guys are probably still more annoying while they're asleep because they snore.
La says it's while they're asleep. Next up, he's a former naval officer from New York, New York. It's Jamar.
What's up, Kevin?
What's going on, buddy? How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you, man?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. Jamar, do you think it's while asleep or while awake?
Well, men over 50 know that not to talk to women during the daytime. So most of the noise is going to occur while they're sleeping.
Right. Any noise other than yes, dear is considered annoying. Next up, he's a pianist from Hollywood, California. It's Joe, everyone. How are you, Joe?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Joe, when do you think these women over 50 say their husband is making the more annoying noises? Is it while asleep or awake?
Well, I definitely think that men are just not annoying in general, like during the day. So I think at night, over the age of 50, things go on biologically. So I would say they're snoring when they are asleep.
All right, that's 3 for asleep. Finally, she's a part-time clown from Jacksonville, Florida. Please welcome Kitty to the show. Is that Let's Ask America in the background there, out of balloons?
Yes, it is.
That's fantastic. Thanks for making that. What is the most difficult and/or annoying thing that a kid will ask for to be made out of balloons?
Of course, a bicycle.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone asks for the bicycle.
Kitty, what do you think? Is it while asleep or while awake?
Well, I know that my dad used to drive my mom crazy with every single thing that he said. And he didn't really snore, so I'm going with while awake.
Kitty's going her own road. She says while awake. The correct answer for $100 was 76% of the vote. While asleep. Joe, Lauren, Jamar, they get $100. Kitty, worry not. Our next question is worth $200. You can move right into the lead. Here are the 2 possible answers. We've got toddler or in-laws. The question is, who did parents say whines more at mealtime? Who did parents say whines more at mealtime? Is it the toddler or the in-laws? Hate when the in-laws get fussy and push the Cheerios off their high chair. It's so unbecoming. Kitty, we'll start with you this time.
Well, toddlers typically cry, but they don't whine. And in-laws usually whine about their ailments. So I'm going with in-laws.
Kitty says it's the in-laws. La, what are your thoughts?
Okay, you know what? I'm the oldest sibling, and all the kids always whined at the table, but until I got into a serious relationship, I didn't know how bad the in-laws were, so I'm gonna go with that.
And I hope they are not watching this show. La says the in-laws. Jamar?
So I'm going to go with in-laws.
That's 3 for the in-laws. Joe, you have the final say. Do you agree with everyone else?
Well, I personally think it would be toddlers, but try to tell a parent that their toddlers are making obnoxious noises. But in-laws is a different story. Everybody has issues. I would say in-laws.
Everybody says in-laws. The correct answer with 67% of the vote. The correct answer is toddler. Nobody gets the 200. And that's going to take us to the final question of this round. This is worth $300. Two possible answers here are kitchen knife or night at the movies. The question is, what did men say is more annoying when it's dull? Is it a kitchen knife or night at the movies? Kitty, what are your thoughts?
Well, there's nothing worse than a boring night at the movies, so I'm going with night at the movies.
All right. Jamar, what are your thoughts?
Well, when a kitchen knife is dull, you can always just use a sharp spoon. But when the movie's dull, that means you're not going to get any action when you get home at night. So I'm going to say men are going to go with night at the movies.
All right, Joe, what are your thoughts?
I think guys rarely get agitated in the kitchen. And I really do think that guys get agitated when someone drags them to see like a boring like chick flick. So I would definitely say a night at the movies.
All right, that's 3 for the night at the movies. La, you have the final word. You're wincing a little bit.
I know. I'm going to rock the boat here and say that, you know what? A night at the movies, guys always find ways to entertain themselves. You give them a box of dots and they'll be fine. But men like their power tools and for them to work. So I'm just going to say kitchen knife.
I have to go to the garage and get a scroll saw if that knife is too dull. Well, here we go with 62% of the vote for $300. To decide who will get eliminated and who will continue to play, the correct answer is kitchen knife. You got it, La. You now move into first place. Jamar and Joe stay tied with $100. Miss Kitty, we appreciate the balloon art so much and wish you the best, but unfortunately, you have been eliminated. 1 down, 3 are moving on. More of what America is thinking, and Let's Ask America returns. Let's Ask America is the only game show that lets you watch, play, and win from home. And now you, the viewer, can get in on the action. Just watch Let's Ask America and see who the last contestant standing is. Then go to our website, letsaskamerica.tv, and enter to win any one of several Skype-enabled devices. You can win a webcam, a tablet, or even a new Skype-enabled television. Watch Let's Ask America all next week for your chance to win. And stay tuned for more Let's Ask America. Welcome back to Let's Ask America. We are down to 3 contestants Skyping from home. They're all trying to win big money by predicting what America is thinking. And now it's about to get even harder. These next questions have 3 possible answers. This question is worth $400. And the possible answers are 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or none. The question is, how long of a grace period did Dad say they would give their teenage son with his curfew? 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or none? All right, Joe, we're going to start with you. What do you think the answer is?
I just think dads are softies. They're not going to give no grace period. In 15 minutes, that just goes by in a flash. So I would definitely say a whole 30 minutes.
All right, Joe says it's about 30. Jamar?
Well, I grew up in New York City without a father, unfortunately. But my mother was my father, and she was tough. And she only gave me 15 minutes.
Wow. Tough mom. 15 minutes was his grace period. Law, you have the final say.
Well, the ladies in my family got 0 grace period, but when it came to my brother, he always got a little bit of wiggle room. So I'm going to go with 15 minutes.
Law and Jamar say 15. Joe, he's a kind papa. He says 30. The correct answer for $400 with 40% of the vote. It was close. Top 2 answers, 15 and 30. Correct answer, 15 minutes. Law and Jamar, you got it. Law extends her lead with $800. Jamar now in second place with $500. Joe hanging in there with $100. We're going to raise the stakes yet again. Our next question is worth $500. 3 possible answers are sandwich, salad, or sushi. Question is, what did California office workers say they're more likely to have for lunch? Joe, this should be right in your wheelhouse, playing from Hollywood, California. Let's start with you, Joe. What are you thinking? Sandwich, salad, or sushi? You got the home field advantage here, buddy.
Sandwich is the bread. You know, the girls, California girls, they don't go for carbs. Sushi doesn't keep too well, like if they do take out at 12 noon. Everybody loves a good fresh salad in L.A.
Throw enough tofu and avocado in there. You got a California salad. La, what are you thinking?
Well, I go to LA for work a lot, and sandwich is just way too boring, and salad's kind of predictable. So I'm gonna go with the more posh answer and say sushi.
Gonna have a little sushi lunch, no big deal. There's Leo DiCaprio, I just call him Leo. Jamar, your thoughts?
Well, I lived in California for a little while I was in the Navy. And I know the thing about California girls is they want to eat as little as possible so that they stay thin and sexy. So I'm going to go with salad.
A salad for Jamar. The correct answer with 66% of the vote. Audience, what do you think? I'm hearing a lot of salad. I'm hearing a lot of sushi. Correct answer, sandwich. Office workers love the convenience. Nobody gets the money, and now it's time for the final question of this round. It is worth $1,500. Joe, you need this question correct if you want to stay in our game. Good luck, buddy. The three possible answers are Jerry Seinfeld, Chris Rock, or Louis C.K. Question is, who did comedy lovers say is the funniest? Jerry Seinfeld, Chris Rock, or Louis C.K.? All right, Joe, we're going to start with you again because you need this correct if you want to stay in the game. Who did you pick?
Well, Louis C.K. is not for everyone, and Jerry Seinfeld, I think, may be a little boring for everybody in America. I think just you have to admit, Chris Rock is out there, and he is hilarious. Chris Rock.
One of my favorite comedians for sure. Jamar.
Chris Rock is one of my favorites of all time. So I would say he's definitely funny. And Louis C.K. is not for everybody. He's probably the dirtiest out of the three. But I always watch Seinfeld all the time in reruns. So I would say most people would say Jerry Seinfeld.
All right, Jamar thinks it's Jerry Seinfeld. La, you have the final word.
No soup for you. I'm going with Jerry Seinfeld.
All right. Well, for $1,500, it's Chris Rock. You got it, Joe. Joe is now in first place with 1,600. Law hangs in with 800, and Lamar. Man, it was a pleasure to meet you, sir. It pains me to say it, but you have been eliminated. Goodbye to Jamar. Congrats to Joe and Law. They are moving on. It's a tight fight to the finish when Let's Ask America continues. Right now, Law and Joe are fighting a digital death match. We are 2 questions away from finding out who will play in the final round. Our next question is worth $2,000. But we're taking the difficulty to another level. You'll now have 4 possible answers to choose from, and they are tropical storms, tourists, high gas prices, or volcanoes. The question is, what did people from Hawaii say is the biggest downside to living on a tropical island? So I'll take a moment to feel terrible for those who live in paradise. Poor, poor people. All right, Law is currently in second place with $800. Law, what are you thinking?
Well, my uncle and auntie live in Hawaii, and I go all the time. And tropical storms, it's part of it. And tourists, even though annoying, bring a lot of money. So I think the worst thing about living in Hawaii would be high gas prices.
And Law's going with the gas prices. Joe, you're squinting. It looks like in disagreement.
Well, I kind of disagree with the gas prices because when you're driving around beautiful volcanoes in Hawaii, who's complaining about the gas? And honestly, tourists, yes, bring in a lot of money. Volcanoes are beautiful. But man, I've been in Hawaii in the rainy season, and those tropical storms are nasty, and you can't lie on the beach.
Top 2 answers, high gas prices and tropical storms. One of you is about to be $2,000 richer. The correct answer, with 53% of the vote, they said high gas prices. You got it, Law. Law's now in first place with $2,800. And that means, Joe, once again, it all comes down to this for you, buddy. It's time for the final question of the round. This is worth $5,000. 4 possible answers here. They are Pinterest, Spotify, Instagram, or Tumblr. The question is, which website did people in their 20s say their parents would find the most baffling to try and use? Joe, we're going to start with you. You need to get this correct if you want to stay in the game. Do you think it's Pinterest, Spotify, Instagram, or Tumblr?
Honestly, nobody's parents is good with the camera thing, good with pictures. They're clueless on the phone. They're clueless on the internet with pictures. I say Instagram.
All right, Joe's going with Instagram. Law, your thoughts?
Okay, so I'm in my 20s, and my parents, they're learning about Pinterest. They're good with Spotify, and my dad is actually on Instagram. I'd say they have the most trouble trying to build a Tumblr.
All right. I can't Tumblr, I'd break a hip. It's all on the line for a shot at the final round of big money for $5,000. The correct answer with 34% of the vote. Audience, what do you think? They say Tumblr as well. Correct answer, Pinterest. Nobody gets the $5,000. Not a problem for you, Law. You are moving on to the final round. Joe, you played a great game. You were up, you were down, and in the end, I'm sorry, sir, you've been eliminated. Pleasure to meet you. Goodbye to Joe. Congrats to Law. $2,800 without leaving her home. In a moment, she can risk her winnings on a final question for a shot at $14,000. When Let's Ask America continues. Do you want to be the next big winner without leaving your home? You just won $37,500! Amazing! Go to letsaskamerica.tv. Welcome back to Let's Ask America. Right now, Law, a radio personality from Phoenix, Arizona, has dominated this game to the tune of $2,800. And now Law and her gun show have a chance to win a lot more because it's decision time. Law, you can risk any portion of your $2,800 on this final question, but if you put it all on the line and get it correct, I will give you 5 times that amount for $14,000. However, Law, if you go all in and you get it wrong, you drop down to $1,000. So the choice is yours.
Money.
Yeah, the choice is yours. You can wager as little or as much as you'd like, Law. What are you thinking?
Okay. Well, I think it's a good time for me to step up and think like a lady but play like a man. And go big or go home. I'm going all in.
Oh. They're going to microwave something. Law's going all in, $2,800 on the line. If she gets this last question correct, she will win $14,000. Good luck to you, Law. Here we go. For $14,000, here are the 4 possible answers. We've got Christmas, Valentine's Day, their birthday, or Mother's Day. Law, your final question is, on which of these holidays did moms say they'd be most disappointed to not get a gift? On which of these holidays did moms say they'd be most disappointed to not get a gift? Is it Christmas, Valentine's Day, their birthday, or on Mother's Day? Law, you wasted no time getting this one down. Have you forgotten a gift for Mom on any of these occasions?
Yes, I have.
Ooh, which one, Law?
I'm not the world's greatest daughter, I don't think. I'm a great sister. Daughter, not so much.
Which one did you forget, Law?
Birthday. I'm terrible with birthdays. Sorry, Mom.
What do you think, Law? Is it Christmas, Valentine's Day, their birthday, or Mother's Day?
You know what? I think moms, with Christmas, there's a lot going on, and not everybody has money. And usually, big holidays like that, Mom's the one who pulls things together. So I think she's a little bit more understanding. Valentine's Day, that one just didn't strike a chord with me. And their birthday, I think everyone misses a birthday sometimes. But when you're a mom, it is the ultimate sacrifice. And I don't think she would ever be okay with missing a gift on Mother's Day.
It's literally the day for her.
Right.
Well, here we go. On which of these holidays did moms say they'd be most disappointed to not get a gift? Law has $2,800 on the line for a shot at $14,000. She's right, the money is hers. If she's wrong, she loses $1,800, still leaves with $1,000, which is not too shabby for playing a game from your house. The correct answer, with 42% of the vote, Audience is shouting Mother's Day. Correct answer, Christmas. They said Christmas. With 42% of the vote. I'm sorry that one didn't work out for you, Lon, but hey, you still get $1,000 for playing a game from your house. You can wipe those teardrop tattoos away. You got $1,000 for playing a game from your house, but I'm itching to give away 50 grand. So go to our website and become a contestant right here on Let's Ask America.